Hi, my name is Desmarais-Couture. I'm a student at Dawson College, and this project has been realized in 2023. So here we go. For this project, I'll be talking about the TELUS company, and I'll be analyzing whether or not we should invest in this company as a firm. TELUS Corporation provides multiple goods and services across Canada. We're talking about health, security, mobility, communication, and safety services. I choose to analyze the communication services as it represents a big portion of this company. In fact, TELUS Communication has been founded in 1999 in Vancouver. Since then, their sales number keep increasing and increasing. It's very good to see. And TELUS is now considered the second largest telecommunication company in Canada. TELUS Communication and Mobility offer their consumers wireline and wireless plans. As technology is such a necessity in our society, I was interested in knowing more about TELUS's wireless internet services. TELUS is considered to be an innovative company as they're always seeking for solutions. Their products, such as cell phones and wireless internet, are sold in retail or online directly from their website. However, their profits are not only coming from their sales, as they have many other revenues from other sectors, such as health services and the services I mentioned before. This being said, TELUS's communication and mobility company targets all customers in Canada. They use advanced multi-dimensional segmentations to target their audience. For example, the demography, psychography, and behaviors are all aspects the company uses to focus on their targeted consumers. Moving on, I'll be talking about the elasticity for TELUS's product and supplies. First, from many researches I did, I concluded that the demand for wireless internet and cell phone plans is elastic. While there are many substitutes possibilities for cell phone plans and wireless internet in Canada. This being said, when the prices are rising in a company, the demand for this company's product will probably shift left, since it is more than easy to go for cheaper options in Canada. This graph simply shows that when the prices are rising, the demand will fall for this product since the product is elastic. Then I figured that the supply for TELUS's communication products is also elastic. The suppliers will supply more products when the selling prices are increasing. Nevertheless, for what's concerning the wireless internet, it's kind of a complicated situation because it depends on the company's ability to install new infrastructures for the goods that they're produced there, as well as, for example, the towers that's generating internet. So there's a lot of different factors that will impact the elasticity of the supply, but overall I believe that it is still elastic for the suppliers. So the graph showed there simply represents that the supply is elastic, so when the prices rise, the quantity supplied will increase. That is why I put this graph to represent the market of wireless internet as well as cell phone plans in TELUS. Furthermore, wireless internet could be considered rival in consumption. We can think about the multiple times our cell phone's internet wasn't working. Part of the reason is because too many people were using the internet at the same time in the same region. However, since the internet is a public good, anybody can have access. So I would say that it is rival in consumption. Now, TELUS Communication have only competitors in Canada. In fact, TELUS is a company that only operates in Canada for wireless internet. This being said, TELUS has two main competitors, which are Bell and Rogers. The three companies together are called the Big Three because they all provide essentially the same goods and services. For example, TELUS, Bell, and Rogers all have the same, well, not the same, but flanker brands, which are the cheaper options since they are offering less data and slower speed. It is very advantageous for those companies to have flanker brands since it attracts like new consumers that won't want to pay for the regular prices of the companies. Now, because of the important competition between the three companies, the prices for wireless internet in Canada are really high. In fact, they are considered to be one of the highest prices of wireless internet in the world. Because to stay in the competition, they have to maintain their prices at the same level as others companies. Well, it's all a competition between the three companies, so that's why the prices are so high. However, with all this competition, TELUS's internet covers around 37% of Canada, making it the one that covers the most in Canada between Bell and Rogers. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the cost of production of wireless internet. Producing wireless internet necessitates high costs. In fact, I just want to add on the fact that Canada is a really big territory with not a lot of people on it. Thus, installing internet infrastructure is very expensive. Now, for the costing table, I honestly had a hard time doing the costing table because TELUS has a lot of things going on in many different areas. So this table represents theoretically the expenses TELUS Communication are making throughout the years. I put that on to 5 years total. So here's my analysis. So I use the annual financial report TELUS posts at the end of the fourth quarter at every year's. So yeah, we could consider the fixed costs for this product would be the employees' benefits TELUS Communications give to them yearly, as well as the monthly and yearly fixed expenses like the loans and etc. And then we could consider the variable costs as the investment in new infrastructures for internet production. And then finally, the units of production would be the total yearly consumers and subscribers for the wireless internet. So these are all approximate numbers that I found on the report. So we could see that for the total costs as well as the marginal costs, that it's increasing as the company gets bigger and bigger every year. So we could see that the numbers are in millions of dollars, which is very big numbers, and we'll see in the revenues that it pays off a lot. In fact, it is shown on this graph that the revenue of TELUS keep increasing and increasing, and not by small numbers. We can see here since 2016 that the growth is continuously increasing, and in 2022 it is reported that TELUS has made 18.3 billions of dollars from revenues. However, since it is very expensive because it's very capital intense to enter the business or the industry, every companies must have subsidized or just loans from the government to help them finance their businesses. Here is the costing graph I drew to approximately represent TELUS cost situations. In fact, from the information in the costing table from earlier, we could see that the total variable costs as well as the total costs are both increasing gradually, which is why the two curves are alike. And then, as we know, the fixed costs remain at 3,000 units since they are fixed. And then finally, the marginal costs curve start increasing when the TC as well as the TVC reach their lowest point. Now for the moment that we've all been waiting for. Should we invest in this company or not? By all the numbers we saw, all the costing numbers, all the revenues numbers from TELUS's company over the years, it is clear that this company will keep growing and growing throughout the years, and it never, or maybe it probably never, gonna fail to maintain their growth. This being said, I believe that we should invest, or the Dawson firm should invest in Telus communication company, because it will bring them a lot of advantages as well as benefits from their investment. It is very expensive to enter this industry, so it could be risky, but otherwise, as we saw, TELUS has great numbers, and there's no many reasons to not invest in this company. I just wanted to say that most of my informations are coming from the TELUS's annual financial report, as well as the information pages on their website. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for your time.